Hello, my name is Tom Jesper, and today I'm going to show you a tutorial on how to make a very nice wallpaper for your computer or just something to print out. So the first thing we want to do is make a new canvas, which is the one I've got up here, and at the minute I've got it set as A4 because that both fits my monitor and it means I can print off at a later date. So I've got this here, and the next thing we want to do is click File, Place. Want to find the image that we've downloaded, or you can just simply copy and paste it into it, but I've saved the image previously, so I can just do that. So I've got it here, and as you can see it's extremely blurry. That's nothing to be worried about, because if we hit enter it makes it higher quality. It's just when we click transform to save memory then it knocks it to that dark quality. So what we want to do is want to shrink this down. So hold down shift and drag the corner which maintains the proportions of the image. Right, so I want to put it about there. Of course not off the bottom of the screen, sorry that my mouse had a little bit of a panic attack there. Right, so we want it about there, so we're going to hit enter and that applies the transformation. Now what we want to do is, if you'll notice that this layer isn't actually a layer, it's what's called a smart object, and we'll get onto smart objects in a later tutorial, but we don't like them, not when you're doing stuff like this. So what you want to do is you want to rasterize this layer. So you right click on the layer itself and hit rasterize layer. There we go. So you see the little blue square's gone, and this means that we're free to edit the image as we please. So the first thing we want to do is we want to make it black and white, so press Control, Shift and U, which makes it black and white. And the next thing we want to do is we want to alter the what's called threshold. So click Image, Adjustments, go all the way down to Threshold. As you can see, lots of it just makes it solid black and solid white. So we want something around about the middle where we can still see a fair amount of white out there. So click OK. What I'll do is it'll apply it to the image. And for this particular one, I want to make this a little bit lighter. Now you can do that by going Image, Adjustments, Brightness and Contrast, and turning up the brightness from there, but that doesn't really affect the blacks. What that does is it makes the whites really white, but doesn't affect the darkest blacks. And because we've changed the threshold, these blacks that we see here are actually blacks and not shades of grey. So that doesn't work here. So we'll click cancel. A good way to do this, a little simple way to make it lighter, is here we've got the opacity. You can click this arrow and drag it down, and as you can see it kind of it fades into the background. So I think about 25%. So the next thing we want to do is we want to put some text on. Of course you can leave it at this stage, but for the purposes of this tutorial I'll put text on. So we want to hit the letter T on your keyboard. It'll give you this cursor here. Actually, sorry, the camera studio that I'm using doesn't let you see cursors for some strange reason. So we want to drag out a box as big as you want it and think of a catchphrase. So I'm going to put simplicity is everything. So we'll have this this font here is called Neoburst Light. Sorry, it's a really complicated name, but I know you can download it from dafont.com. But it's quite hard to read. I mean, you can get the general gist of what it's saying, but it doesn't exactly fit with the rest of the image. So I'll try another one. I know another one called Brie Light, which is what I used to use for my old logos. If I've still got it installed, which I should have, there it is, Brie Light. See, that one's a lot easier to read, but it just really doesn't fit in with the image. So you can quickly edit the text by double clicking the T. So we'll think of another font. Century Gothic. Again, looks good but doesn't fit. So we want something slightly like Times New Roman but maybe a bit more stylish. So we will have a look at this one, whatever that is, Trajan Pro, and that, if we knock that down, that actually fits in very well. So what we'll do is we'll grab our move tool here, we'll press V on your keyboard, we can move this down, say there, and again I think it might look better if we alter the opacity of this layer. So drag it down to about 40%, and already we have a really nice looking image. So there you have it, a way to make a really quick, really simple background with great effects. Thank you for watching. I've been Tom JSP.